We're streaming. Come on in. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome here to the geographic and spiritual heart of this city. Here in Chavez Ravine, all of us have memories. Maybe it's coming here with Dad like I have. Maybe it's sitting here with friends or the entire family. Maybe if you're lucky, it's catching one of the home run balls that has sailed through here year after year after year. Look, I know we'd rather be here in a different context. We'd rather be here rooting on the boys in blue, seeing the heroes on the field capture and come from behind and have an incredible victory in the ninth inning. Looking out at the most beautiful view of any stadium in the world, the most visited stadium in the entire world of any sport. We'd see the sun setting on the San Gabriel Mountains. We'd be living and dying with every single pitch. But we'll get back to that soon enough. I truly believe that, and I think thanks to you and the great work you all have been doing in Los Angeles, every day we're a step closer as long as we stay safe. But we also know that there are heroes every single day that are in our hospitals, that are on our front lines. They drive ambulances. They wash down the spaces after patients come into a hospital. They're in our grocery stores. They're making sure critical infrastructure continues forward. And today we want to celebrate those heroes that have made Los Angeles one of the best cities in America when it comes to testing. A city that now has the capacity to test tens of thousands of people each day. We know that one of the greatest weapons we have besides physical distancing, wearing your masks, and check out this Dodger one. This is going to be a collectible. I'm sure the Dodgers are going to put this up for you guys soon. This site here today that we are announcing opening at Dodger Stadium is the largest site in the United States of America. We believe we cannot find any site that's come close, and certainly the biggest in California, with the capacity to test every single day 6,000 people right here in one site at Chavez Ravine. We're excited to do this because this builds on the work we've been doing for the past weeks and months. We want testing to be easy, accessible, and free for everybody here in Los Angeles. We don't want you to have to wait in long lines, and I'm proud to stand with the incredible partners that are here with us today in this iconic place to let you know what we're doing. Stan Kasten, who is the Dodgers president and CEO, who's made this space available. Thank you. If you can't see him behind that mask, he's right there with the cool shades on. Our fire chief, Ralph Terrazas, who's done the most amazing job, whether it's responding to the fire that we saw downtown and making sure that his firefighters are safe, or the way his firefighters have stood up these testing sites has just been extraordinary. They're going to be overseeing and managing all the site logistics that are here. Ann Lee, who is the co-founder of Community Organized Relief Effort, or CORE, an indispensable partner that will have 60 staff members on hand here to help. And she's here with her co-founder, Sean Penn. And I want to thank Live Nation and Red Rock, who have really stepped up. They've donated the big screens that help show the footage to get you in and out of here quickly, to make sure you're doing the tests in the right way, and to make this as seamless as possible. Thank you for all the joy you have brought us in past concerts and events, and what you're doing to help us through this pandemic. As I often say, we are in this all together. And tapping into the power of partnerships has sped up what we're able to do to provide for you. The scale of this is unprecedented, and what we have done here in Los Angeles is unprecedented as well. I'll tell you a little bit more about this testing site in a moment, and I was one of the first people to be tested here just minutes ago. But first I want to say a few words about this holiday weekend. We celebrated Memorial Day yesterday in a new way. I know some of us saw the flyover from our homes of the World War II planes. I went to Cinco Puntos in Boyle Heights, a place that both sides of my family, both the Jewish and Mexican sides, first settled in. And we paid tribute to those Latinos who died in the wars, Mexican Americans at the tribute at Cinco Puntos, who so many people have for so many years recognized, gave their lives for our freedom. I know we couldn't get together in a big barbecue with friends. Instead of paying our respects to the fallen in person, we had to do it virtually online or watch it at Arlington or West LA. So many things are different, but our respect and gratitude for every Gold Star family, for their pride and for their pain, was felt throughout this city, and I want to thank LA for that yesterday. It's this grit and it's our hearts that define us, not just when we look back at our fallen dead, but as we look today at this moment of what we face in this challenge that is unprecedented in our lifetimes. And that's why we've been able to take these careful new steps forward in our reality. Angelenos are making the right decisions. Every time you wear a mask, every time you socially distance, every time you wash your hands, we move forward. So thank you for what you've been doing to save lives. Wearing a mask says you love your neighbor. Keeping a social distance means you want to embrace the future. Making sure you wash your hands says we can take braver steps forward in the days and weeks ahead. And so far, what we've seen are good numbers. Steady declines in LA County on the percentage of people testing positive, of hospitalizations, and of deaths. But we have another powerful tool, and that is why we're here. It's testing. Testing was necessary at the beginning to see where this coronavirus was affecting people and chasing down the people they had come into contact with. As we go further in this, it will help us see those people without symptoms and to help people get back to work safely. It's just been over 2 months since we launched the first testing site, a short walk from here. It was something that we stood up with the fire department in the fire training center that's here, Frank Hotchkiss Training Center. And on that first day, we had the capacity, we were very proud of it that day, to test 145 people. Today, we have more than 10 testing sites across the city, 36 across the county, and the County of Los Angeles has done an extraordinary job as well. And we test on average 15,000 people a day, more than 100-fold more than that first day. And we have the capacity to test 20,000 each day. We've built this from the ground up. Many know there was never a cavalry on testing that came forward, whether it's from Washington or anywhere else. But each day and each week, we've expanded our reach. 10 days into our operation, we teamed up with CORE, found an amazing partner, and in Northeast LA started our first site. Then we joined forces with the county, and by April 10th, we'd nearly doubled our testing locations and our capacity. And every step, we try to fill in on the infrastructure, make sure we're reaching out to the most vulnerable Angelenos. When we saw early on that African Americans were dying 50% higher rate than their population, we made sure where African Americans live in Los Angeles, there were convenient testing sites. We quadrupled the size of our Crenshaw site. And when we learned about the deadly toll the disease was taking on our seniors, we launched strike teams that could go into our skilled nursing facilities. And already out of 135, we've tested at more than 101 of them, an example for this country. We now have mobile testing with LAFD that has tested over 30,000 of our seniors and the employees who care for them to date. We stood up a testing facility on Skid Row, walk up, right there on the street where people experiencing homelessness could make sure they were safe and tested. And over 2,500 people to date have been tested. And of course, at the end of April, we made history opening up testing to anyone who wanted it, with or without symptoms. We are the first major city in America to make that widespread pledge. And we did that in just 40 days from when we launched. All told, in just over 2 months at our centers, we have now given tests to over 450,000 people. Combined with hospital and lab tests, more than 500,000 Angelenos have now received tests. It's pretty remarkable, but we are not slowing up. We're not letting up. And today's opening of this site in Dodger Stadium is proof of that. So if you want to get tested, you can. Whether you have symptoms, no symptoms, mild symptoms, don't let something hold you back from getting a test. Go to coronavirus.lacity.org/testing to sign up. We've got hundreds and some days thousands of spaces available. These steps on testing move us closer to reopening up our economy, to re-embracing the spaces that we miss, to flattening the curve and pushing it downward, which is our goal in the coming weeks. So let me turn it over now to my colleagues who have made this happen. I want to start with Stan Kasten, who's been an amazing friend. There is no team with the record that the Dodgers have had season after season after season after season. And he can't say this stuff, but we play fair here, and we're going to get that championship sometime soon. So let me say to Stan, thank you for what you have done, what you always do with the Dodgers, and thank you for opening up Chavez Ravine to save lives once again. Stan?
Oh, thank you,
Hold on
Mayor.
one sec. We're going to spray it down real quick. There you go.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, welcome everyone to the most beautiful place ever built to play or watch the game of baseball. It's why it's the most heavily attended sports venue in the world. But there's a lot more that goes on here than just baseball. Through the years, we've had concerts, we've had cultural events in the stadium, in our parking lots. But I don't know that anything's ever been more important than what brings us here today. The Dodgers, since they arrived here in Los Angeles, have been an integral part of this community. The community has given to us. We have always tried to give back. And since this started, we have been working tirelessly to, we have donated over 100,000 meals to healthcare workers and first responders. We have been working with LAFD and the LAPD in storing essential equipment on our property. And as you heard from the mayor, we started testing here 10 weeks ago at a site right off of the main campus. And in those 10 weeks, we have tested over 40,000 people, which is why I'm so excited to be here today, because we're going to be able, in the largest testing facility in America, certainly California, we're going to be able to test 6,000 people a day, which means in 1 week, we're going to be able to test more than we have in the 10 weeks that came before. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of what the mayor has done, and the mayor has shown us exactly what we've needed: calm but determined, resolute to get this problem fixed. Our partners at LAFD here today, they've been fantastic from the start, and I cannot say enough about the people from CORE who are organizing this, overseeing this. Ann and Sean, what a fantastic job. We know the work they do around the world, literally, but to be able to do it here at home, that's really something special. So I want them to know how the Dodgers feel about all of them. So with that, welcome here. Everyone, please take advantage, get yourself tested. As the mayor said, this is how we come back. This is how we get back to normal, by everyone taking advantage of their opportunity to get tested. The more, the merrier, the better, the quicker. So with that, let me call up Ann Lee from CORE to talk about the fantastic job that they have been doing and are continuing to do.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much again. We're so honored to be standing here with leadership that has set an example on the national stage during these uncertain times. Mayor Garcetti and the fire department took us in as partners, this nimble, scrappy relief organization that Sean Penn and I started, CORE, Community Organized Relief Effort. At our organization, we have a lot of heart. We jumped into this unprecedented response. And thanks to our partners, we have helped to ensure that all Angelenos have access to free COVID-19 tests, regardless of socioeconomic or immigration status. This site alone will enable 6,000 people to be tested per day, together with the mayor, LAFD, the Dodgers, and Live Nation. And thanks to this model developed through this partnership, our organization has expanded to over 8 cities in the U.S. CORE is all about the audacious. We believe in jumping in, getting things done, and bringing our relief expertise alongside the bold leaders like those who are standing here with us today, all of which is so needed right now. With nearly 100,000 American lives lost and communities like ours trying to navigate the complexities of reopening, testing is now more important than ever to save lives. And I'm asking every Angeleno to be bold with us and continue to get tested, continue to wear your masks, continue to socially distance. And most importantly, I'm asking you to join us in increasing our testing capacity, not only here in Los Angeles, but throughout the U.S., where CORE has expanded. Thanks again to the initial training, support, and guidance of the Mayor Garcetti's office and the LAFD. So please continue to support us through donations, by volunteering, whatever you can do. And you can learn more at coreresponse.org. We need you, and the city needs you. Thank you so much, and thank you especially to Chief Terrazas.
Speaking of Chief Terrazas, I'll keep my mask on so you don't have to spray a second time. We have had a fire chief and a fire department that's been second to none. And thank you, Ann and Sean, by the way. Please do donate to CORE. It doesn't run just on goodwill, but on donations as well, so please do. But we have an incredible fire department. We've seen an incredible and innovative leader who's figured out a way always to get to yes instead of giving you the reason why not. Please welcome our fire chief, Ralph Terrazas.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for those kind words, Mayor. Back in March, when the mayor mentioned that he wanted to conduct testing for the public, I knew it would be something that would be out of our comfort zone, something we don't normally do, but the mayor made the right call. He's a leader across the country, in the state, in the city, and the job of the Los Angeles City Fire Department has been to support the mayor and keep up with his every move. So thank you, Mayor, for your confidence and trust in the firefighters of Los Angeles. We appreciate your support. Secondly, I want to thank the Dodgers. Not only are they an iconic sports franchise, the pride of Los Angeles, but they have been a long-standing public safety partner. And today, we're announcing something which is just another example of that partnership. So thank you, Stan, and the Dodger organization. We're very, very proud to be here. I also must mention CORE. Back in March, I'd never heard of CORE. But when the offer came in to support our firefighters, we thought it was worth the effort. And since then, I have become convinced that they are outstanding, high caliber people, come to work every day and produce for us. And just a few weeks ago, I received a call from the Chicago Fire Commissioner. And he asked me, hey, what's CORE all about and can I trust them? And I told him, absolutely. CORE will allow you to leverage your firefighters so you can test more people. And that's what CORE has done for us. And last but not least, I must say, I'm tremendously proud of the men and women of the Los Angeles City Fire Department. Not only do we do public testing, we put out dangerous structure fires like we did a couple weeks ago in Skid Row. We deal with the almost annual brush fire threat. On top of that, high-rise fires, incidents in our port at LAX. No matter the cause, I want the public to know your firefighters will always answer the bell. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I also want to give a shout out to Jeff Gorell, Chris Aniwako, the others folks in my team who have really been an incredible part of standing this up. Talon, Naomi, everybody here at the Dodgers who've made this happen as well. I'm going to say a couple words briefly too in Spanish, but bottom line, get tested. This is something that is free. This is something that is easy. We had, when we opened it up, a little bit of a delay in getting the results back, but we've worked with the lab and it should be down again now so we can get quick turnaround. And to be able to open up this economy, we know a lot of potential workers want to know, am I infectious? This is an important part of doing that, and I'm very proud of what LA has stood up. So, muy brevemente también en español yo quiero decir unas palabras. Buenos días, estamos aquí en el estadio de los Dodgers, donde tenemos un nuevo sitio de pruebas de COVID-19, donde podemos hacerle pruebas a hasta 6,000 personas cada día. Las pruebas de detección son una herramienta muy poderosa que nos ayuda a saber dónde está el virus para poder aislarlo y pararlo. Han pasado un poco más de 2 meses desde que abrimos nuestro primer sitio de pruebas aquí en el Parque de Legion del COVID-19 con el Departamento de los Bomberos. Hoy hay 36 sitios por todo el condado de Los Ángeles, donde estamos haciendo pruebas de promedio a 15,000 personas al día. Durante solo 2 meses hemos hecho pruebas a más que 450,000 personas en Los Ángeles, en estos sitios, más de mitad de 1,000,000 en total. Quisiera alentarlos a hacerse la prueba. Es accesible a todos, es gratis, aunque tenga síntomas o no. Usted merece una prueba. La prueba es gratis, es seguro y es fácil. Se puede registrar para una cita en la página coronavirus.lacity.org/testing. Gracias, mucha fuerza y mucho amor, Los Ángeles. Continuaremos y ganaremos esta lucha juntos. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We can't wait to be back here. Get tested, maintain your distance, wash your hands, listen to the orders that are out there, and let's embrace those freedoms that we have right now to make sure that we can continue building on those and restore not just the saving of lives, but the restoration of livelihoods for all of Los Angeles. Thanks, everybody. God bless.